The second great Trump crash happening before the 2032 election, Day of the Dead, November 2nd, 2032. The election of the first Latino president of Mexican American origin. The holiday that they celebrate is the Day of the Dead, I think on the first Tuesday, I think November 2nd or the day after, what have you. But this is the 100-year anniversary of FDR, the greatest president ever, and liberals will be in the White House in 2033. A president of Mexican origin will be inaugurated in 2033. Ivanka Trump Kushner will leave office as another failed one-term president. The Donald Trump political dynasty is going to last for 16 years. Ivanka Trump, born on November the 30th. There are 62 days left in the year. The 62nd quadrennial election will be 2032. So we're at number 60, and it'd be the 62nd quadrennial election at that time. There will be a tribute to the labor movement in the farm fields of America. Cesar Chavez, the famous civil rights leader. This 100-year anniversary of FDR. It was the year 62 that he left the community service organization to co-found the National Farm Workers Association, which was based at Delano, California. So a Latino American president is going to be elected in the 100-year anniversary of the election of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. In the year 62, a tribute to co-founding the NFWA at Delano, California is going to be a tribute to the 62nd election. His most notable strike was a successful Delano Grape strike of 1965 to 1970. Chavez's Gematria 65, the strike beginning in 65. Cesar Chavez is Gematria 48 prior presidents in the history of America. Day of the Dead in 2032. So this is a notable holiday, November 1st to November 2nd, Election Day in 2032 is November 2nd. So this is going to fall right on Day of the Dead. So this is where we get the first Latino American president defeating another failed one-term president. Inauguration Day to Cesar Chavez's birthday is 70 days. The grape strike lasted until the year 70. How many years after his death would we see the election of the first Latino American president? Cesario is also Gematria 70, interesting enough. Cesar Chavez, and the co-founder of the National Farm Workers Association of Dolores Huerta, is also Gematria, the 62nd quadrennial election. So this is a failed one-term president, Ivanka Trump. She's a failed president. Ivanka's 22, Crash is 22. Not sure what kind of agenda she'll have, but it's going to be a very corporatist agenda. A liberal to be the 49th president in the history of America. Kamala, one-term president. Ivanka Trump, the grifter, is elected and one-term president. Americans have enough of everybody from the loser Trump family. Everything about Donald Trump building the wall and spreading bigotry against Mexicans, it's going to be a Mexican-American that's going to end the Trump family. Whoever it is. Julian Castro is the most notable Democrat that we know about of Mexican origin, based in San Antonio. Who else could emerge from now to 2032? Also, November 2nd of 2032 adds up to 65, Chavez 65. So the main tributes that you're seeing with Cesar Chavez is the foundation of the National Farm Workers Association in the year 62, because 2032 is the 62nd quadrennial election. So that's what you have to note with this. Delano, California. Nothing stands out. The main thing that stands out with Delano, obviously, is the 100-year anniversary of Franklin Delano Roosevelt being elected. So these are the signs that we're going to see the first Latino president in the region will be from Mexico, because it is the celebration of El Dia de los Muertos. Mexican Americans, Gematria 133 and 70. 70 days after Inauguration Day, again, is Cesar Chavez's birthday. Now, once I type in the correct day, 70 days. Mexican American president. Now, any tributes with Cesar Chavez from the election day to the inauguration day in 2033? All we get is 79 and 80. So yeah, times are changing. Mexican Americans under 33, presidents under 33. The Latino president of the United States can stand for re-election in the 63rd quadrennial election. But Julian Castro is the main candidate. And are we going to see anybody else emerge in between this time for the next 8 years? It's certainly going to be interesting. Now, the Trump family would be 2 and 3 in presidential elections, all beginning with Donald. So the Trump family is going to win 2 out of 5 elections. Winning 2 out of 5 to fall to 2 and 3. So election day on November 2nd of 2032, which is it's a 20-2 day. Only a second term for Ivanka, or is it going to only mean 2 terms for the Trump family? And I'm going with the latter. And January the 20th of 2033, inauguration day is 11-2 day numerology. Ivanka 1-1 in elections. I wonder what 11 is going to really represent. Yuma, Arizona, Cesar Chavez's birth, again, re-election year, would be the 63rd quadrennial election. Yuma is Gematria of the 48 prior presidents. CC 33, initials 33. The civil rights leader is going to be attributed to the first Latino American president of Mexican descent. The year 62, he founded the NFWA. And the election would be 70 years later. 70 years later. But the United Farm Workers was founded by two merger organizations. The NFWA and the AWOC merged to form the UFWO. But 70 years after the establishment of the original National Farm Workers Association would be the 2032 election. And again, this very important fact that has a lot of significance. Mexican American is Gematria 70. And again, the amount of time from inauguration to Cesar Chavez's birthday, 70 years, and he founded this organization in 1962, 70 years before the election. It is going to be the end of the Trump name by that time, but I expect the cult to continue. After Trump loses, the cult is just going to continue with Ivanka. It is a cult. And I don't expect any other outcome right now at this moment in time.